Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is Avalon Hill General, the index and company history from 1952 to 1980. It covers issues from Volume 1 through Volume 16. Looks like this cost $4 originally. I bought a whole bunch of Avalon Hill General magazines from some guy, and he threw this in for free since I bought the lot. This actually turned out to be pretty interesting. Let's go through this. I'll give you some interesting points from it. It's given their philosophy here and stuff. And it's got a listing of every game they sold during this period, so that's kind of interesting too. And it starts with the history here. Like in 1952, it basically says Charles Roberts sold Tactics. And I read somewhere else that Tactics, he ended up over the next 6 years selling 2,000 of them. And he was able to break even on that, so he continued with the company. Then in 1958, I don't know, they were incorporated and they changed their name to Avalon Hill because 305 Gun Road, where he lived, was located on a hill in Avalon. And as far as Tactics 2, we all have had that game. That was actually sold, the 1973 version at least was sold at a loss to get new people into the hobby. I think they call those loss leaders is the official term for it. And it also says that from 52 to 59, he ran the business out of his home, which is a good idea, save a lot of money on overhead. And apparently they're supposed to declare bankruptcy on, what was it, Friday, December 13th, 1963, but one of our creditors saved them and reorganized the company and cut expenses. One thing that was interesting in here is it mentioned that Panzer Blitz, they sold 200,000 copies of it, and apparently it was licensed to Avalon Hill by SPI, so that is the best-selling war game of all time. And apparently in 1971, Monarch Services, who was one of their who did the publishing for them, got total control of the company. And where's 1974? They had a black magic and witchcraft kit that they sold in 1974. Apparently it was a complete bust, as you probably would have predicted, but I've seen copies of it being sold online, and it's going for like hundreds of dollars, $300-400 for a copy, even though everyone thought the product was awful. But apparently there's so few of them that people who collect Avalon Hill stuff and want to have Avalon Hill everything have to have a copy. So, and last thing they did that was pretty noteworthy to me, at least, is they created the Origins conventions in 1975. That convention's still going on today. But anyhow, in here it's just showing the year and the different games that came out and has a blurb about each one. It's really interesting to look through. Oh, here's Squad Leader. Truth be told, this is going to shock you guys. I don't play Squad Leader, and I don't play Advanced Squad Leader either. For that type of detail, I'd rather just play a World War II miniatures game. So a lot of people are surprised to hear that, since I play a lot of games and own a lot of games. Actually, Squad Leader is just not for me. I'll just play a miniatures game if I want that level of detail. But a lot of people do like Squad Leader and Advanced Squad Leader. And here's all the games listed here again. Yeah, pretty cool little reference thing to have in your collection, especially if you collect the Avalon Hill General magazines, or if you collect, well, if you collect the General magazines, you have to have this, because this is one copy of it. But if you collect the Avalon Hill games in general, this is kind of cool to have, so you have a list of everything they made until 1980. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening.